Okay, this is Jarkko from Becoming Awesome, and it's time for my second to last video from Finland. Tomorrow's video is just gonna be inside, but I ventured outside today to face the cold. So I'm gonna talk this time about the effects that traveling will have, like to anxious or introverted people like me. One of two things can actually happen, or actually for me both of them actually happen. Like first off, you get this anxiety spike as the travel approaches. Or actually, when I traveled to Malaysia, there wasn't too much of anxiety prior, because, and actually I'm gonna get back to that, like why is that, and why am I now kind of anxious. But another thing that it's kind of like, people like me usually are like anxious all the time if they're like challenged at all in the situations. So you get the spike before the trip, and it stays at a high level when you're in the foreign country. But a few days into the trip, for me, personally, it kind of like plummeted, and then the new baseline level is much lower than before. So in the end, as end result, you end up more calm than before. Now, why am I now more anxious than I was before my first trip? I think that has something to do with the fact that all anxiety stems from future projections in your mind. And when I was going to Malaysia, I didn't know much what to expect. So I didn't have much future projections. So I wasn't like I was just plunging into the dark. And I don't know. Maybe that's kind of scary, but when you're plunging into something that you kind of know and you can future project, you get kind of anxious because you don't stay in the moment, you don't stay present. So as a result, you are a bit more anxious because you're constantly thinking about what I'm going to do in the airport, and what am I going to do, like when I'm transporting the tent, and all that kind of stuff. But of course, there's also a level of like further darkness for me in terms of like Japan, because what I mean darkness by is like unknown things. Because for Malaysia, I knew I had something to like rely on, someone to rely on. Let's say it that way. I had someone to rely on there, and this time I really don't have that much of it. I have multiple persons that I am forced to kind of rely on, like because I basically have to rely on strangers. Last time I had someone I knew well, and she's kind of traveling with me, but I'm having to rely more on myself this time because I'm doing this trip via coach surfing and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of my insights today about anxiety and why am I suffering more of it now, and how it's gonna affect long term. So long term, of course, this kind of challenges of course lower the baseline level. So I hope you got something out of this video. We are gonna see tomorrow again. As I said, I'm gonna shoot it inside in the morning, and so it's gonna be a bit worse picture quality again. But I do compromise it because I have to leave early tomorrow, and I have to get it uploaded soon. So I'm gonna brace for all-nighter of work, getting everything ready before trip. See you tomorrow, and see you every day. Bye.